Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if you are new. If you are new here, I share speed builds in The Sims 4 on this channel, but I have been intrigued recently by this new game called Glade that was just released earlier this week. I have just been in love with what everyone's doing in this game, so of course I had to give it a go myself, and today's Friday. I usually don't post on Fridays, but I thought this was like a nice special occasion, and we'll check out this game together and see how it goes. What I think I love most about this game is that it was created by a studio called Light, and there's only two game developers. Like, it's just two people who made this game. And I think just a few minutes in, not even a few minutes, like 1 minute in, you can see that these graphics are gorgeous. Like, it's so clear, it's so smooth. It's not sped up as much as I usually speed up my speed builds with The Sims 4 because honestly, I spend hours in The Sims 4, and for this one, I was just really trying to play with the tools and try and figure out what I can do on kind of a whim. So I hope you guys enjoy kind of following this along. I've heard this game pretty much described as like for people who like to doodle, and especially if you really like to doodle castles and things. Now, I'm a doodler and I love to do these things, but right now you're going to see a cute little feature. I'm making a pond with a pond tool, and there's this little sheep, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, little sheep. Uh, he was just walking around, and I put a pond in his path, and it's okay. He had an umbrella, but as you see, the second I put this pond down, there are some ducks that started swimming around, and I thought that was completely adorable. And you can click on these little ducks and sheeps, and they quack and they baa. It honestly, it's so cute. I had to call my boyfriend over and show him, and I convinced him enough that he went ahead and purchased a game for his PC as well. It's really exciting. We can have like little building sessions now. I had no idea what I was going for when I was building this. I was just like, let me doodle and try and figure out what these tools do. I have seen a few videos beforehand of other people doing this, so I was a little familiar, but also like I feel like watching it is so much different than actually opening the game and doing it. That's my opinion though. So this one in particular ends up just being a little tiny village in the middle of a forest. I have seen so many like creative people making some crazy stuff in this game. Like I've seen someone do the burrow. I'm pretty sure I've seen Hogwarts already and castles, Rivendell from Lord of the Rings. I've seen some like Game of Thrones stuff happening. So it is very exciting to see the possibilities of what this game can do, and I'm really excited for it. Look at this terrain tool. I made a hill. I can't even tell you how I did that. I was just clicking around, but that's the exciting part of this game, right? Even when we get down to like placing more windows on some of these structures that I'm putting, you'll notice that you can change the type of window a little bit, and it'll change the details around like the exterior of the house, like add some wagons, a chair, a bench, anything. And I think that's so fun. As you can also see, some of the windows have like little towels hanging from them, like little dirty laundry, and you can kind of get them to connect. To make a door, you use what I'm gonna call the terrain tool because I'm too stuck in my Sims 4 ways. But you just use the terrain tool and like ram it into the house, and boom, a door. And depending on how wide your path is, will determine how wide your door is. Sometimes it'll become an archway if it's large enough. And I don't know, it's just so fun, and it was so cozy. I actually lost track of time when I was in this game. So this wasn't actually my first build, but I tried a couple of different things and then ended up with this one. But I really lost track of time once you get into it. I looked up and I was like, oh my god, it is way past my bedtime. It was like 11:15. I tried to get to bed like 11 at the latest. So I know 15 minutes doesn't seem like much, but if you're like me, you lay in bed for a while and watch YouTube or scroll on your phone. So you're not really going to bed at 11, but so it makes a big difference, especially when you have to get up early. Not so early, but you're trying to get up early. If you're new here, I ramble. I kind of talk in circles like that, but I think that's part of the charm. Look at all these sheeps. I'm doing it again. Look, now this one has a lifesaver. It is so cute. I don't have the game sound on here because honestly I wasn't sure how that was going to work, because I know sometimes games have like copyright things and you can't do that. But if you get the chance to ever see someone or hear the soundtrack, it's so beautiful. It's just so cozy. This is literally the ultimate cozy game. When you load into the main menu, there are a few different options of where you can start building and things, and it's usually based off of like seasons. So there's like a snowy, wintry one, there's a fall one, I think there's a summer one, I assume. This one that I chose is called Olden, so it's kind of like more of a medieval vibe, but I'm gonna call it spring. It just feels like spring to me. I almost did something in fall because I feel like we've all been waiting for fall for such a long time. I know a lot of us have talked about this before, but the heat this summer has, at least in some places, has been kind of insane. This week has actually been really nice for where I'm at. It's like the first really good wetter week. Like I can wear a long sleeve shirt and be completely comfortable. I can probably wear a light sweater if I wanted to. It's the best. We even had a nice little rainy day the other day and it was just I loved it. That's also something about this game. While you're building, you can have it so where the time kind of passes. I think that's the default setting, but you can lock that if you don't like, the light changing while you're building. Like if you're like me, I like to have my lighting just right. Maybe that's like just a habit I have from being in The Sims because as we know, sometimes some of the lots don't have the best lighting. So I like that I can kind of control that in this and kind of be the master of that. My little sheep here is leaving. He's leaving, and I don't think they ever come back. It kind of makes me a little sad, but that's okay. We have about 3 buildings already kind of set. At this point, I just wanted to get some of the structures. We're going to go back and do some of the windows and get those details and color a little bit because you can paint them. So that's really fun. I've seen a lot of people get really creative with the colors and things. But right now I wanted to do something in the center of the town, and I end up getting like one of the tower pieces, changing the roof and making it more of a, I don't know, I was thinking like gazebo. I even tried to see if I can figure out how to put a roof on it, but I'll have to play around with that because there's got to be a way to make a gazebo. And I put some lanterns here, and if I try to put like a door or a window, it becomes a trap door. I didn't think this was like a trapdoor kind of place. Here I'm trying to figure out if I can keep the roof. Um, I'll have to try and figure that out. I don't know how to make that work yet, but there's got to be a way because I was able to make that one on stilts over there, which that was so cool. I don't know. When you figure something out in a new game, it just makes you feel so good, you know? Now's a good time for your question of the day. Down in the comments below, let me know if you've tried this game out yet or if you plan to. Do you like it? Are you excited to try it? I'm really curious to see how many of you guys are also as hooked to this as I am. I'm already thinking about opening this up when I'm done with my voiceover. Even though I have some builds in The Sims I really need to finish. I am definitely curious about what the future is for this game because I don't know if there's going to be like more features added later or some DLCs. I think this is perfect as it is. Let me start by saying that like I can spend hours here and I literally did and I can't wait to spend more, but I know it would also be cool to get some more features, some more different designs and all of that good stuff, maybe more types of lots you can build on and things of that nature. So I'm definitely very curious to see where this game goes, but if this is the start, I think we can expect some cool things from this game. I mean, I'm already seeing some cool things from people playing this game, and it's just, I'm gonna keep saying this. It just keeps blowing my mind how creative people are. Like, wow. I am still like terrified to build Hogwarts in The Sims 4 or any really Harry Potter type themed build because, I mean, I just want to do it justice, and I'm very comfortable, I feel like, with The Sims 4 building tools. So just to imagine people can just, I don't know, go in and do something like that is insane. So lots of love to those. I am now kind of trying to make the fences at different heights. You can left click, no, just kidding, right click walls and fences and things, and you can see the little scissor tool, and it just kind of cuts it so you can make certain parts lower and higher. Here is our last little building we're gonna put. I loved putting this little tower piece here. I thought that was kind of really cute and different from the other ones. So I was really trying to explore this game and see what happens with the tools, as I keep saying. Sorry. As you may have also noticed, drawing like fences and walls and things of that nature here, nothing's really clicking to a grid. And I think that's what adds to like the doodling aspect of things. In The Sims 4, there's definitely a grid, and you have to use kind of cheats and stuff to kind of cheat the grid and objects snap into the grid. Not that it's like that big of a deal because we make it work, but I don't know. I think this game just offers a little more freedom, and it's really fun. You can see I was like switching the different swatches of the window to kind of figure out what kind of clutter we want around the house. I think it would be really cool as a builder who enjoys cluttering and even landscaping to eventually get options for more clutter in this game. I know the whole point is to like keep it relaxing and doodling, and I like this part, but I don't know, maybe a little bit would be nice. Now is the part of the building process where I am going around and putting windows on every single building and making sure that that is all set. I was doing that at first, but then I was like, let me figure out the lay of the land, you know? And that's what we're doing here. If you put windows on the roof, it creates kind of like a dormer. I'm doing that right here. I want to take a moment now and thank those of you who voted in the community tab, the poll I posted about whether or not I should post a video for Tiny Glade. Thank you guys for your support. I absolutely adore each and every one of you, and just knowing some of you are willing to see what I can come up with in this game is mind-blowing to me. However, I do want to assure you guys that I will remain to be a Sims 4 channel here for as long as I can. I love The Sims, and I know we're playing a different game now, but that is where my heart lies, and those are going to be my main focus. But if you guys do want to see more Tiny Glade builds, let me know. I mean, do all the things like liking this video, commenting, sharing the love, because that's what's really going to show me if you guys enjoyed this or not. And maybe it'll come back. It won't come back very often, but every once in a while maybe we'll pop in and we'll see how we're doing and how far the skills progress, because I'm very excited to really get to learn this game some more. With that said as well, if there's anything you want to see me try to recreate or build in this game, I would absolutely love to try and give it a go. Can't make any promises that it'll be any good, but we'll see. You know, we can only try things, and you have to try things in order to get better, right? I am a very big advocate of that. Practice makes better, not perfect, because perfect is boring. Okay? Perfect is like, why bother? Everything's perfect, you know? We like things to be a little messy. But if you're perfect, then there's no room to grow, and I feel like the whole point of life is to grow as a person and in skills that you're passionate about. But that's just my 2 cents for today, so we're gonna now color in some of these buildings. I wanted them to kind of be a little different from each other, but almost match-ish, so some of the colors kind of repeat, We've got some brick that definitely repeats and that like Tudor styling wallpaper kind of thing. I mean, it's kind of hard talking about this game, I'm not gonna lie, because it's so new to me and I don't know like the lingo too much. So all I can think of is like Sims 4 lingo right now, even though I'm sure they're not much different. But yeah, we're just gonna place all of these different colors and make them pop. But we don't have like a tour like I would do in my Sims videos where well, I've recently been playtesting as a tour, but it's not very cinematic, so I just got some screenshots. I'm still kind of figuring that out, that part, but there's a lot of cool features for taking pictures and I guess video, so we're just gonna have to play around with that if we do another video like this again. I think here is when I noticed I didn't put windows back here, so we're actually gonna pop in and do some of that really quick. It's really nice and simple, just point and click, point and click. We love it. And I think we're even going to adjust some of the building structure here a little bit to try and, I don't know, it looked a little weird from this end, so we fixed that, and I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, Tiny Glade is definitely not going to take over this channel. I really do love it, and I'm excited to have a game that can give me a break from building in The Sims as much as I love it, but you guys know builder's block is real, so I feel like this can definitely help with that and just literally doodle. And once we finish picking out the wall coloring of this little house over here, we're gonna go around and pick out stuff for the roof, which it's really nice. It kind of feels like a color wheel, even though you can't really make up your own patterns and colors. But maybe that's the future of this game. Who knows? Anyway, thank you guys for humoring me with this video. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy the screenshots. Have a fantastic day. Bye!